Hi there, Parent Chat video community. Here is a new video. This video is actually in reference to the Got Passion topic that I discussed in the very first video that is posted on this channel. And it'll have the title as Start Here. And within that is 3 different tips that I offer parents to instantly learn how to connect and improve their communication with their child or their teen. Within that series, the second tip that I give in that is all about how to discover passion in your child or your teen. Now, this video is going to be about my story about developing my own passion and a very wonderful lesson that I learned about passion. I'm going to share with you in this video. So this sets me up when I was in college. I was going to a community college. Now I want to let you know that I didn't actually go back to pursue my higher level education degrees until I was much older. And so I was already in my middle 30s by the time I, decided to go back to college and to complete my education. And because of that, I really thought that I had enough life experience and enough time to really kind of figure out what I wanted to do, as far as a career. And I did. I had it all set up. I knew exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a journalist, right? And so I wanted to major in journalism at the University of Hawaii. And so that was my goal. But I started at a community college first, just to kind of get the core requirements out of the way, and gave me some time to actually apply into the program because you have to be accepted, right? So I was at community college, and they only offered 2 different journalism classes there as electives. So I was enrolled in one of them, and I just went about, went to the class and did the assignments, and I was kind of a little bit taken back by my papers that were being returned. I mean, I was pretty confident in my writing ability at that time, and I didn't quite understand why all my assignments are coming back with all these like red lines and comments and marks all over. So I thought to myself, well, I'm going to advocate for myself, and I'm going to get to the bottom of this because something is just not right. Now, another bit of little background information I should share with you is that because I was an older student, my instructor was a lot younger than me. So maybe, I don't know, maybe at some level I thought, well, maybe he's not sure how to grade me because I'm older. I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. So after class one day, I asked him if I could, set up a meeting with him to discuss something that was, I was concerned about. So we set up a meeting and everything, and the day and time came, and I went to his office, and I went to meet him, and I sat down, and he said, okay, well, what's troubling you, and what can I help you with? And I said, okay, so I take this journalism class because I am going to be applying to the journalism program at University of Hawaii, the main campus. And he said, yes, okay, well, that's great. I said, but I don't understand why all my assignments are coming back with all these red marks and, lower grades. That's not up to my standards. And I really feel, the writing is worth more than what I am, receiving in your grades, what you're responding back to me in your feedback. I don't understand what the disconnection here is. And so kind of looked at me and he sat back and he said, okay, Celeste, um, what is your real goal here? You know? And so I said, well, my real goal is to become a journalist. You know, I actually want to work on the Channel 2 news and write my own copy, and I want to work where Joe Moore works. You know, Joe Moore is actually pretty popular in Hawaii as for being, you know, a broadcaster and a news anchor here in Hawaii. So in case you're not familiar with who Joe Moore is, that's who Joe Moore is. And so to have the goal of wanting to work at Channel 2 with Joe Moore is pretty ambitious. So, you know, that's what I told him. I told him the truth. Like, listen, I want to work at Channel 2 and I want to work with Joe Moore, you know, and I want to write my own copy and, you know, this is what I want to do. Okay, so that was fine. So then he sat back and he looked at me and he said, okay, all right, so I understand that that's what your goal is. So, do you understand what the role of a journalist is? And I said, of course I do. You know, they report the news, you know, and they share information to their community, you know. I don't understand why you're asking me this. I was really confused. So he says, well, I'm asking you this because I don't think you quite understand what the role of a journalist is. And the reason why I say that to you is because do you understand that the journalists and reporters actually report the news and not what they think of the news or how they would react to the information of the news? And I sat back and I was quiet for quite a while because I was processing this information and then comparing it to the words that I put down in all these, you know, writing assignments, you know. And then I started to really understand and get the picture. And I said, oh, so you're saying that I can't share my opinions and ideas and solutions for these writing pieces? I mean, they're relevant to the story. I don't understand what's going on here. And he said, no, it is not your job to voice your opinion or provide feedback or your take on the subject. You, as the reporter, are just to report the news in an unbiased manner so that the viewer who is, you know, learning the news for the first time is not biased one side or the other about how the reporter feels in the situation. And then I was quiet again. Yeah, so I was, okay, you know what? This will never work. I cannot be a journalist because I have to be able to share my thoughts, experiences, and opinions. So I have to change my major. I guess I'm not passionate about this subject or this career path as I thought I was. So I need to figure out a different way how I can create information and share it. And exactly what I did, right, when I wrote my book Teen Wise, and also, you know, doing this process of creating parent chat videos. So I did actually end up, you know, achieving my goals. But can you imagine if I applied to the journalism program and I got in and I was there as a junior already in this field, that it was not going to work for me? Oh my goodness. And just to close this up, to close that meeting I had with my instructor, of course I asked this question, right, because I'm already an older student and I'm not about wasting any more time trying to finish my you know, classes so that I can achieve my degree. So I said to him, I said, does this class count for anything? He said, no, don't worry, it's still an elective. And so what I had to do was, you know, relearn how to write from not my point of view. Trust me, I was very challenged, very challenged. So anyway, so the point of this video is to actually, share with you that, it, just because you find out that maybe your passion is not really your passion, if you find out early enough, you can, make the changes there without wasting a lot of time and effort, and energy and money. I hope you enjoyed this this personal story that I shared with you. Every time I tell it, people just laugh at me because they really don't understand how come I didn't know what the meaning of being a reporter was. It's one of those things, life happens. But I did learn a very valuable lesson about myself and about what I really wanted to do and what my capabilities are, and aligning them, so that I can create something that is actually going to be beneficial to others, as well as be in line with what I'm truly passionate about. Thank you so much for being here, and as always, happy parenting. Goodbye now.